Let me meditate. Home. Home. Yo.
Legs crossed.
You know what it is.
Namaste.
You know what it is. You know who it is. I got the goosebumps. Uh-oh, somebody's blowing me up as I'm talking. You're going to have to wait, whoever that is. But anyway, the Kings is in the booth. I got my right-hand man with the master plan. P!
What's happening? What's happening?
What's going on with you, Daddy?
Welcome back. Come back, Kings.
Yeah!
He's already,
Yeah!
You always got way too much energy.
I'm on that Barry Bonds, boy. You know what it is. I'm about to bust out the boots. We got a special guest today.
Special.
Who is it?
Like special short bus special? Or?
Nah,
Kind of
he's
special.
not
What are you
special.
talking about?
Who are you? Let us know who you are, Daddy.
What you used to call me back in the day? Bro.
B. Bizzle's in the building.
What's going on?
What's going on with
What's
you, man?
going on?
Let us know. What's good? What's going on
Nothing.
with you?
Same old. I'm trying to get like you guys.
Nah, you ain't trying to do that. You
I had to use your line on you.
I heard you, baby. What's going on with you?
Nothing, man.
How you
Nothing,
doing?
Man. I'm doing great.
Working hard?
Hardly working.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
How'd you get today off?
I always got Monday off, actually.
And they tried to call you.
And they tried to call me. I said I gotta go see Coop. I gotta go see
You
Coop.
said you gotta go see Uncle
Uncle Coop.
Uncle Coop.
Yeah.
Yo, what we talking about today?
On episode 54, what were we going to talk about?
Who's 54? Who's 54? Who's 50? First, let's get this out of the way. Because I feel like we always wait till the end of the intro. But let's get this out of the way now. There's a little debate.
Nah.
Who's 54? Who you got for 54? What was the names? Give me a couple
I said
names.
Brewski.
Brewski!
Brewski. Neck roll.
can't-
Bring the
Brewski?
neck roll back.
Brewski?
Local boy, of course, he's going to go
Of course you
Brewski.
gonna go Brewski.
Yeah, Pat's got
Yo,
it.
pass that Brewski. Hey, bro, pass the Brewski.
Little Horace Grant
Horace Grant.
with the goggles.
Oh, shoot. I forgot about old boy. That was his number.
Yeah.
With who, Chicago,
Chicago.
or Orlando? Ooh.
Chicago.
But he didn't put up numbers, though, did he? Nah, he wasn't that guy.
Zach Thomas of Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
Now the neck roll.
You're heating up a little bit. You're heating up.
But I think we'd have to go
Who?
Urlacher.
Brian Urlacher.
Boom! Right through the booth. We got to go with Urlacher.
If it was up to
Is
me,
that unanimous?
it'd be Randy White.
Nah, of course it would be. It's up to you because you're the Dallas Mania. Are we going with Urlacher?
It's gotta be Urlacher.
We gotta, yeah. Overall,
All right,
yeah.
Urlacher.
We'll give Teddy an honorable mention.
Episode 54?
Yep.
Brian Urlacher. What we talking about, though? What we getting
We're gonna
into?
talk about a little bit of everything, right?
Like what?
Like I don't know. I was thinking a little baseball. Little,
Baseball's coming down to the white. There's 2 weeks left.
Yep.
Boom.
Little WNBA.
1 week left or 2 weeks left.
Yeah, they're
I
almost
think.
wrapped up.
So they're about to wrap it up.
Tyson from Paul.
Are they fighting again?
15th of November, did a promo at Texas
locked
Stadium
in?
yesterday.
Come on. Are you serious?
It's locked in?
Is it locked
That's
in?
what,
no
that's
idea.
what they did the promo for.
Ooh.
November 15th.
I don't know. Do you want to talk about that?
A little bit.
I don't know. I think
Just a
Tyson
quick
might
hit.
get smacked up.
Just a quick hit. Oh, now you're talking still.
All right, go ahead.
How old is he? 58?
100.
Is he 109? How old
That-
is he?
Yeah.
We definitely gonna talk a little Tua too.
Ooh. Shout out to Macy. I see the comments. Comment on the page. Comment on the channel.
Tell
see
us what you like, what
everything.
you don't like.
You talk to me, I'll respond right back on the next episode. Macy, good looking out on the comment. I agree with you. Tua's goose is cooked. What else you got, baby?
How much more do you want? NFL?
NFL.
You wanted more?
Did you guys watch any of the UFC stuff?
That's my jam.
O'Malley got smacked up.
Got smacked up.
There was also a fight Saturday night too that ran concurrent. Carnelo fought somebody. He fought like this young dude from New York. We'll do what it do. We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna come back. And P, as usual, you got it on deck, right, Daddy?
I got it ready.
Come back, Kings, episode 54. Who's the guy?
Urlacher.
Brian Urlacher. Comeback Kings are back, baby.
Baby.
Let's do this. Let's talk a little quick hits.
Quick hints. What you got for me on deck? What's on
all right,
deck, Daddy?
What we were just talking about, Tyson,
Tyson.
Jake Paul.
I'm like Tyson. Icing on my soldier. Go ahead.
All right, LL. No, what do you think? What's your thoughts? November 15th.
Tyson-
They cut a promo before the Cowboys game. It's going to be at Texas Stadium.
Oh, they doing it in there.
I think Tyson's going to get smacked up.
I can't.
I agree.
I
He's
think he's going to
58.
get smacked up. I think he's going to get smacked up.
I'm 54. I can take Tim. Come on.
Nah,
I can take Paul.
He's going to get smacked up. They might even, how many rounds? Anybody know? They might even have to stop this.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
I wonder if they have anything like they did with the last one, with
Yeah.
because they kind of agreed to not
Yeah.
not like knock each other out or anything like
Yeah,
that. It
like
was like
with the
some
pillow
there was like some
gloves,
yeah,
all kind of caveats.
I wonder if there's
No,
any
they're
holds
regular-
barred on this one.
The
fix my
original
chin.
things were regular gloves, stuff
Yeah.
like that. So,
I think he's gonna get smacked. I think he's gonna get smacked up. I'll be surprised if it goes the distance. People are underestimating this dude, man. They just are. I think he can fight. I think he can fight. Prime Tyson, it wouldn't even be. But I hope. Here's what I hope. I hope nothing crazy happens. Because I also feel Tyson's always an inch from like snapping or something. I just get that impression.
What would you consider crazy? Like if Paul knocked him out first round, that'd be kind of crazy.
That would be crazy. But I'm talking about crazy like Tyson getting hungry again and eating somebody's ear.
Oh, okay, you're talking about that kind
That's
of
what
crazy.
I'm saying.
yeah,
'cause-
but he's been doing a lot of weed. He's a lot more relaxed. than he
Tyson
used to
smokes an
be.
awful lot of.
yeah,
marijuana, I
but
think.
I still think that
He's got his own pot.
that rage.
He's got his own pot. It's like Mike Tyson's pot.
I still think that rage is in him.
Yeah.
I just do. I think if it's not going his way, you're gonna see something. I hope that we don't.
I don't know, because the thing about this is that they're on shows together. You know what I mean? It's too amicable. The way where you see them talking to each other, and I'm like, I don't know. I worry about Tyson not having that killer instinct.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
But he does, for 58 years old, he looks
good.
ridiculous.
He looks good.
Fast,
He looks
too.
good.
Yeah, those videos of him hitting the bag are pretty wild.
But anybody watching the other cat? Like,
Right, he's legit.
Yeah, he's legit,
He's
man.
legit.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Telling you. There's something to be said about the young man Rumble. Watch. What do you think, he's gonna knock Jake Paul out? He's gonna catch him too. He's gonna catch this young
All
boy.
right,
Yeah.
we'll see.
He's gonna catch the young boy. He ain't. Nah. Watch. We'll see.
I'm disappointed in you not going for the old man. I'm disappointed.
No, I'm a realist.
How many
Daddy.
rounds is it, too? I mean,
It's gotta be
Tyson's-
like 8 rounds.
If it's any more than 8, I mean, how is
Somebody's
he gonna...
getting knocked out.
Yeah,
If
it's like-
But I think somebody's gonna get knocked out. I hope it's not also like this clown thing going on, like you said, with the caveats where they like, well, you can't do this and you can't do that.
Right.
What good is that? You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to watch that if that's
Yeah,
what it is.
I'm not watching.
I don't even
that.
want to watch that.
Is it on Netflix again? They got it because
Is
I
it on
know they
Netflix
had
Live?
it. They had it before, so
Right.
I would probably gather that they do have it again. But what else, P?
Caitlin, your girl Caitlin Klopp, your
Cece.
your MVP candidate.
She's the MVP or Rookie of the Year?
I'm sorry.
Because
Rookie
the
of
Wilson
Year.
chick's gonna
Yeah.
get MVP.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
I misspoke.
That's all right.
Rookie of the Year, because last week we talked about Angel Reese and how you thought Angel was afraid, and that's why she went out hurt.
I think she is afraid. And if anybody got a problem with that, let me know.
But last night, Angel.
Right in the comments. You can type whatever you want. You can go at me. But go ahead, P.
Last night when you was sitting on Angel sitting on her ass on the sidelines.
What Caitlyn dropped?
Caitlin dropped 35,
A 35 burger.
2 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals. Fever clinched the number 6
She
seed.
clinched. They clinched.
They clinched it.
Yo, this is the best they've been in like 4 or 5 years. And this is, I think, one of the best. You got to go back to like 05, 07. Like, they're doing damage. And from where they were last year and 2 years ago, stop playing with me, man. Like, yo, I don't even want to do this, but I'm getting angry. Yo, you got to, like, stop hating on her, man. Stop hating on her.
There's no doubt she's going to be Rookie.
Rookie of the year.
I mean,
broke
she
the record,
averages,
right?
she averages 19 points a game, which is number 9 in the league.
Like I said,
She's 19 in rebounds, 5.8 rebounds, but there's only 2 other girls that have double-digit rebounds. Everybody else is like 9 or below, so 5.8 isn't bad. She's 19th in the league. She's number 1 in assists for almost 8.5 a game.
so she not
The
only
only-
is
the
she
only
assists
ca-
and the points.
The only thing is she's number 1 in turnovers too.
Yeah.
But that's gonna
clean that up.
Yeah, you got to clean that up.
Yeah, she could clean that up. How far they gonna go in the playoffs? I can't answer that. But if you tell me that going into the season, the Fever had aspirations of making the playoffs, stop it.
They didn't.
Stop playing with me, man. And it's because of this chick. Let me rephrase that. I don't want to disrespect this young lady.
There you go.
That's it. What else you got, P?
We talk a little about the Tua situation.
Wait, let me do my tour. Can y'all see me?
Knocked out again.
Get the smelling sauce. Yo, what happened?
Bro,
What
this
happened?
dude keeps getting lit up. It's crazy.
Let me ask you this, B.
Ask me
This is personal. Would you
Between you and Tua?
if your tour,
Yep.
would you continue playing?
I mean, something he probably has to think about, right? But
Would you continue playing?
if it was me, I probably would want to. But I mean, it's it's one of those things. I mean, these guys, they get paid these signing bonuses. They get paid up front. He's got money. He's good on that. I would think if he handles everything correctly, or how ideally. But
Go
Came
ahead.
out this morning. He intends on playing again as soon as he's cleared.
They were saying I saw the money that Miami would lose if he decided to give it up. 124 million. They would have to take that if he was like, I'm not coming back.
They knew what they were doing when they re-signed him, though.
they would owe
They
him.
knew. They knew they had an
Yeah.
issue with him. But I was looking up the history because we know it. This is his 4th
Yeah.
that we know of in the
No, I
NFL.
thought it was 5.
No, in the NFL.
4? Okay, go ahead.
Week 3 in 2022 against the Bills.
Yeah.
That's when he got thrown on his back.
They
And
didn't
he,
count
he said
that
it,
one.
He said it was his back.
They didn't count. That's why I think it's 5 because they never counted that one. Yeah.
Right, he came back. The NFL investigated it. He came back in the game.
Yeah.
Then the next week against Cincy, that was when his hands all got frozen. It's called fencing. I'm not. Why are you laughing, man?
It is kind of funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the.
That was when his hands got all.
Go ahead.
Poor Tua, he's got no respect from you.
Yo.
But that was the second one. That was the next week after that. Wow. And then the week 16 in 2022 was his 3rd one. Now he went all last year clean.
Because he was taking judo and ballet.
And-
For what I heard. I
Yeah.
don't know about the ballet. I'm capping,
How
but
does
I know
judo
for a
help?
fact he was
He
taking
learned
some
how to
kind of
take a-
jujitsu or judo or
to
something.
take a fall and not.
Okay.
and not get jacked up. It makes sense.
Yeah.
The ballet, if it was ballet, that definitely makes sense.
Definitely.
So,
Even just in the pocket.
he was doing what he needed to do, but I was watching Rex Ryan, and he brought up an interesting point. What is a matter with these modern quarterbacks? Why can't you just slide? Like, you cannot take on a dude that has you by 50 extra plus pounds, and he probably runs the 40 faster than you, and he's coming at you. Slide!
Yeah. Oh, they wait too long to slide when they do. And they still take the clock.
And the NFL put in that rule, too, where you can slide way before they even come at you. Like, I don't know what's going on. What's going on?
I think maybe they're so used to not doing that. Their whole career is high school, college. They probably don't do that. The size difference isn't
Yeah.
the same, and then they get in the NFL. These guys are way too big. It's like,
At the cost of what, though?
right.
You have to make a decision. You just have to.
I saw a cat in college. They do that, the whole same rule. And he acted like he was going to slide, so the defender stopped. And next thing you know, he
got
keeps
up.
running.
Well, that's where the officiation they have to step in and
Yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
look,
You're
you
down.
can't do that.
Can't pump fake
You
the
can't,
slide.
Exactly. If you're gonna go, I don't even know how you pump fake a slide though. If I'm like, what?
You make that.
I'm doing like a reverse worm or something. I don't even know. Like, because once you go into that sliding motion, I don't know.
Because then they have to hold up, so then they get the penalty. So it's like, you
So-
can't have pump fake and slide.
So he had this newest one, week 2.
Go ahead.
So he said this morning he wants to play. Now, my question to you guys is it harder as a younger player to walk away knowing you could have or as an older player, because those guys never want to give it up either.
I think
even
it's-
you know what I mean. Look at Brady playing until he's 90.
Well,
What would be harder?
well, in Brady's defense, I don't think he had any major things like this.
No, but I meant just
see what
giving
you're
up the
saying.
game.
I see the point that you're saying. But here's the thing, with Brady, I want to say in his 30s, he said, what did he say?
I'm gonna play till I'm
I'm going to play till I'm 45.
And he did.
He did just that. The tour at 16, so
And hey,
I'm gonna play till I'm 26,
Hey, Tom,
and then concussions are gonna come in.
Tom might be back from playing for Miami.
That's the word on the street. They're trying to recruit your boy.
Really?
He can't play though, right?
I don't think he can
I
because of
think
this whole
let me
team
be clear.
ownership thing.
Physically, I feel like he can give it one more run. But from all the obligations with the Raiders type stuff that's going on, I don't think
And that's
he can
going
play.
through soon.
Ownership stuff.
Yeah, so he can't. So that's a done deal. So whoever's hanging on for that, I think you're blowing smoke. Back to the Tua thing. Me personally, I think he should walk away. I just think that he should. Is he going to? Like you said, no, he's not. If he gets another one,
Hopefully, I mean,
if he gets another concussion, so here's another caveat, and I know we probably didn't touch on this.
Does the league step
Does
in?
the NFL have an obligation to step in and be like, but I feel like if they did, then Miami might be like, nah, you feel what I'm saying?
wait, what about our money?
There's that space where, I don't know, the NFL might want you to try and govern this, because it's weird. It's just a weird thing. If he gets another never mind. If he gets one this season, that's very probable. What do we do? What do you do?
I think it might be different if he was like the face of the league. He's a prominent player, but maybe if he was the face of the league, it'd be a little different. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, if I broke my ankle 4 times at work,
Yeah.
if
They're
I
gonna
break
be
my
like-
ankle again, they're gonna be like,
They're
hey, listen,
nah,
man,
you're out. You're out of here.
you gotta go.
What the good of the glory days, though, if you can't remember them?
Look.
You know,
I
that's
already told you. Go home, sit down, sit next to Joe Flacco, and watch some games. But it's hard when you're young, man. It's hard. It's so hard. I remember me at 26.
Yeah.
I was wild.
Aikman didn't want to. Aikman had so many concussions, and this
Yeah.
was before they started tracking concussions.
Yeah, so
And it's the guy's whole life. What is
Yeah.
What is he gonna do?
What else?
If he doesn't play football?
What
It's like
else?
that's all he's ever done. These guys
Yeah.
that make it to the league, that's all they've ever
that's
done.
what they know. Well, we're beating a dead horse.
Yep.
What else you got on deck, P?
Baseball's wrapping up.
Yeah, I'm
Yankees
looking-
were in town for a 4-game series.
I'm looking at it right here. If the playoffs were today, it'd be what? Houston against Texas, Kansas City against Baltimore, and you got New York and Cleveland waiting in the rankings, right? They got the
They got like
buys.
a bye, yeah.
And then if I go over to the NL, you got the Mets and the Brewers. Is that Milwaukee?
Milwaukee, yeah.
And then you got Arizona and San Diego. And then, I want to say Lakers, but not Lakers, the Dodgers and the Phillies. Boy, my illy Philly team, they're both waiting in the wings.
Fighting
They
Phillies,
got the
yeah.
buys. B, I'm going to let you. What's up, Daddy? How you feeling?
The Sox are pretty much done, but I mean,
What do you mean? They're
I got-
Why you
wild card.
mentioning
the
them?
Sox are done, dude.
You're out of it.
The Sox are done. No, it's kind of
Yankees.
it's kind of crazy watching some of these guys like Judge.
Judge, my goodness
I mean-
gracious. What is his home runs? How many he got?
He got 53.
53.
And here's what I'm going to say. Just a little sidebar. That's a legit 53. If
Yeah.
you really want to be technical. Legit.
You mean like Juice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't mean OJ. That's a legit 53. So, I don't know. Who do you fear the most that you're looking at? Who's a squad?
Who do I
where you-
think's the top dog?
Yeah.
You asked me who the top dog is? I mean, LA's a wagon, and I think they kind of got over that hump a few years ago. But I wouldn't be surprised if one of these teams that's going to kind of squeak in, that's been throughout the last decade or so, 5 years, that's been kind of right there all the time. Houston, one of these teams that hasn't been towards the top. Texas.
Well, Houston just won it. When? Didn't they win it? a
I
couple
mean,
years
throughout
ago?
the season,
Oh, you're saying
Houston was kind of like
On
they
the
were
back
kind of
burner.
struggling, right?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they brought it on lately. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's been when's the last time the Yankees won? I don't want to see it, but when's the last time they won? It's the
careful.
last thing I want to see.
Be careful,
But-
because the guy to the side, this guy next to you, huge Yankees guy. Go ahead, Pete.
What was it? 01 when the last time they won? 04
no,
last
09,
time
I
they-
think, right?
09?
So around then we got one, didn't they?
I don't remember.
I think they
Yeah,
got one
28. Yeah.
somewhere around there. They
That's
snuck
still
one
what? 12 joints?
in, which for them is an eternity.
Yeah, because they usually.
What do they got? 28
Are they beating my Phillies, though? In a 7-game?
in a 7-game. That's tough.
In a 7-game? Are they beating the Dodgers in a 7-game?
Phillies have the most wins in the whole MLB.
Are they beating the Dodgers in a 70?
I don't know if the Yankees pitching can stack up.
Ooh. Who's pitching for you? Who you know?
Yeah,
offhand?
I mean, they got Cole.
They got Garrett Cole, who's shaky against the Red Sox. He got clobbered. Rodon. They got they've been using like a lot of different guys.
Cortez with that funny windup.
Yeah.
So, we're going with the favorites. Who's the like? Who do you think that could?
I think
San Diego?
anybody. I think anybody. I think it's anybody's game.
Yeah, it's a lot of power.
Wow, it's open season.
And there's
Open
no.
season.
There's no. Baltimore's another dangerous team.
Yeah,
They're 3 games behind the Yankees. I think the
creeping.
Red Sox right now have 5 teams ahead of them. They're 4.5 games out of a wild card.
I think we're at like 500 right now.
Yeah.
Sox are in trouble.
Which
2 weeks? Can you make up that ground in 2 weeks? You,
You
have
got-
to just go
No.
undefeated from
You
here
gotta
on out.
you gotta run the table. It's almost impossible.
and like I said, you got 5 teams ahead of you right now. You
And
got
you're
a
fighting with
leapfrog.
other teams, so it's like
How's the Red Sox pitching? Just a little side note.
not very good.
What happened with the Sale cat?
Oh,
Remember you
we
was
were
saying
talking
how
He's
about
gonna
that's-
win Cy Young.
Yeah.
He's gonna win the Cy Young.
And then
And the
you-
guy that we got for him, Vaughn Grissom,
Boo boo.
AAA. Hurt AAA.
Tim Sale is possibly the best pitcher in baseball.
He's
got
been
the lowest
terrific this
ERA out of both leagues.
And they
He's
let
got a
him walk out the
2.35.
door.
He leads the league in strikeouts at 219.
His velocity's back up. That slider's mean.
They just wait 1 year too early. They got rid of him.
Maybe that, but maybe it's what he needed. I said this to you yesterday. Sometimes it's just a change of scenery.
Yeah.
You
Because
know?
what did he pitch? 20 games in 2 years.
Yeah, you
So
just
they
gotta
had
switch it
to
up.
make a change. They had to get rid of him, but
If he gets the Cy Young, that's a slap in the face.
It's not a good look for the Sox, especially when the return they got. And this guy Vaughn Grissom they got was in the bigs with Atlanta, who's a good team, and he really hasn't even shown for the Red Sox at all this season. He's been at AAA. It's not like they got a prospect who's working his way up. This
Yeah.
guy played in the league for Atlanta and has it for the Red Sox.
and he
Who are
can't
inferior team.
break in on the Red Sox.
Exactly,
For a
that's
500
right.
team.
Bad deal.
And I don't think there's going to be any debate this year about MVP either with Judge. Because
Think so?
Otani's got great numbers hitting.
He went off
But-
last night, I think, too. He did some craziness last night. But you're saying the Judge is running with it.
He is.
Yeah,
He's-
it's got to be him, man.
I mean, because Otani doesn't have that pitching element, too,
Yeah.
to put him over the top.
Yeah. He's not pitching, right? Is what you're saying.
Yeah, because of the
But if
injury
he
last
was
year.
pitching, woo.
Well, Otani will win it. They do 2 league MVPs. I don't think it's like an NFL.
Oh, so they
So I
do
think
the
I
NL
think so.
and
I
AL.
believe so. So Otani will most
So
likely
he's
win
in
it
there.
in
He's
NL.
still in there.
Yeah.
All right. What
Bobby
else
Witt might get a couple votes. He's kind of
Who?
I mean, Bobby Witt
Oh.
for the Royals.
All right.
I saw a stat the other day. It said something like if Judge played in Witt's stadium, Kauffman Stadium in KC,
He'd have like 100.
no,
he's
he'd
less.
have less.
Why?
And then if Witt played in Yankee Stadium, he would have more, and they'd have the same if they played at
Why?
different parks.
Is it the
Just
size?
the-
What
yeah,
size?
Yeah.
the dimensions of
Dimensions
the
of the
field.
park.
Wow.
I saw that might not be true, but I saw something to that effect the other day.
Wow. That's crazy if that is a fact, because the stadiums are different sizes.
Right.
You would
Yeah,
think they should be
different
all the
dimensions, yeah.
same.
No, there's so many quirks, and Look at Fenway Park. They got that deep pot right in
Yeah.
where the wall meets the other center field. They all have their quirks.
I always look at when people hit out the park in Fenway and it goes over that mount, like the wall. I'm like, that looks crazy to me. Like there's no park where it looks like it's got to go over that wall. And I'm
The
like,
Green Monster.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks crazy to me. It always just does. But anyway, we're getting carried away.
Yep.
What else you got, P?
That's all I brought to the table.
We're live from the local in East Providence, 478 Waterman Avenue. We're going to take a quick slide to the glide, and we're going to come back. And NFL's on deck. We're going to talk about the games from yesterday, maybe even the game tonight. My Illy Philly team, episode 54.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Yes. What'd you see
NFL,
yesterday?
P?
Yeah, it's on you, baby. What'd you see yesterday?
I don't know. I'm interested to see what happens with your Eagles tonight because
Yes.
some of these teams, Dallas, 49ers going down. I'm wondering what's going on. Who are the good teams?
Well, the Saints look like they're one of the good
The Saints
teams.
look like a good team.
Oh, when the
We're gonna
Saints
stop. We're gonna stop
come
right off the
marching
bat.
in.
Jackass.
Oh, when the Saints come marching in, I'm gonna be in that. No, I'm getting carried away.
Yeah.
What was the number? 44, 41?
54?
No, what was? No, I'm
Oh,
talking
the
about
score.
the score. What was-
44-19.
44-19.
Dude, we're
I
gonna,
gotta do it to you, man.
we're gonna start right off with
I'm
this.
don't- wait.
All right, no. We could have eased into it.
For y'all don't know, those are shots being shot at the Dallas Cowboy fan over there. I gotta throw. How many the butcher them be like?
Kendrick.
I gotta do it, man. P, what happened to your squad yesterday, man?
What happened in it?
What happened?
They got their ass whooped.
What happened?
They could not stop
They were bleeding
Derek
out.
Carr. 6 straight drives, touchdowns. People want to. I saw him online. People still want to blame Dak. You can't blame that cat. The defense could not stop.
What's up
them
with
at
Zimmerman?
all.
Is his name Zimmerman or Zimmer?
Zimmer.
What was all of this hype they had around this guy?
They couldn't cover. They couldn't. The linebackers was shit. They couldn't stop the run. They couldn't stop Kamara.
They look butt naked.
Kamara
out
looked
there.
like he was prime. Like
Yeah.
he looked like he was back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not he's that old, but Jesus, he hasn't looked that good in forever.
What is
they
going on?
could not stop them. And then they couldn't score touchdowns themselves. The key, my whole key was going before the halftime. The Cowboys were down. Dak threw an interception. It was such a swing because if they had
Momentum.
if they had driven, they were driving, and if they could have scored a touchdown before halftime, it would have been an 8-point, it's a one touchdown game, 8-point game. He gets picked off. They get it back to like the 20 or 30. If they could have stopped them from scoring, they still, you know what I mean. But they allowed another touchdown, which they couldn't stop them all day. They didn't stop them from scoring till midway through the fourth quarter. The Cowboys had scored before halftime. They got the ball back in the second half.
Yeah.
They could have. It's a totally different game.
You think so?
A totally different game.
You think so? Is that how you feel? I think they got. There was nothing. I don't know, man. Maybe Derek Carr is that guy. Maybe the Saints are that team.
They're definitely clicking on all cylinders right
They
now.
look tough.
They look tough.
But
That division,
yeah,
Baker and Tampa and New Orleans are both 2-0.
who else is in there? Atlanta and Carolina?
Yeah. I mean, is Carolina in there though?
They're almost like in a different league. They're almost in like the AAA of.
They're like in the SEC.
Yeah, definitely.
But my fault. I just wanted to get shots out of the way on this guy. What's up with your patties? Your patties?
Of course.
What happened
Patties,
yesterday? What'd you see yesterday?
What did I see?
What'd you see
I
yesterday?
think I thought they had a good chance to win at home.
yeah.
I think that the defense kind of didn't flash as well as it did the week before.
There was one play I see Metcalf. He was wide open.
They totally blew the coverage on that, and it was actually Christian Gonzalez, who I think's been excellent.
And he's the guy.
Yeah,
he's the
been
guy
excellent.
to me.
But miscommunication or whatever it was. But I mean that, and I don't want to harp on the refs. So there's a couple bad calls, but
Yeah.
I mean, I think that people got a little too hyped up after week one. Because I think the Pats are heading in the right
Did you
direction.
think so?
You gotta,
think
you
so?
gotta pump the brakes a little bit.
You
It's
think
like,
so? Yo,
We were saying that last week.
I was listening to some guys. I was like, go easy.
I was telling P, I said, if they win, I was calling for them to win. I picked them to win, but they didn't. I was saying this though, if they had won that game yesterday, it would have been a different vibe in New England today. Oh my goodness. So this is what happened. The powers that be, they let you get chin checked a little bit. That was a little bit of wake up call. But here's what I'm ultimately gonna do. I have to change my opinion on that AFC East now. I just have to, especially
With Tua.
if Tua's not playing,
Yep.
and even if he comes back shaky, Aaron Rodgers is not scaring me.
Nope.
The only thing if I'm New England, I'm looking at Buffalo. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it. I'm trying to keep it a $150. I'm just looking at Buffalo like, okay, because Patriots they're playing for him.
Yeah.
Like Brisket.
Yep.
Stop.
Brisket.
Like,
If they had an
I
offensive
wish-
line, he didn't have to run for his life.
Oh my goodness! I kept saying to myself, because we had a couple guests in the background. I remember yesterday. Insert Brady into that situation yesterday.
At the end of the game,
At the end of the game, in the
Oh,
middle of the
yeah.
game, at any given point, put him on that offense.
Yeah.
Yo,
That's the biggest difference.
what are we
Well,
talking
actually-
about? Go ahead.
I don't know about that situation because that offensive line is horrible.
Yeah.
And he's the only thing that saves them is Brissett being so mobile.
Well, here's what I'm gonna say. Brady wasn't mobile, but he would get the ball out in
fast?
what?
2.19.
That's all you need, Daddy. You blink, guess what?
Yeah.
20 yards, blink. 10 yards,
Yeah.
blink. 5. That's how your boy got down.
He also
didn't-
had those agile guys, too.
Yeah, he didn't need much. He was that guy like, boop, okay, let's go.
Yep.
So you could argue the mobile thing. I'm giving you that with Brisket, but Brady didn't have. He wasn't mobile. He didn't have to be. He just didn't.
And Brissett can move well. He's not like necessarily the guy. He can get out of the pocket and stuff. He's not going to get you yards down the field rushing, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you see Brady towards the end with Tampa Bay when they didn't have a line?
he's a statue.
Yeah.
He was getting killed. He was ineffective because of
I think.
especially.
Okay, so
the
you're
older-
saying he wouldn't
especially
have
the
did
older-
better than Brisket yesterday? Is that what you're saying?
I think if he walked downstairs from the booth, he'd be better.
You gotta keep it a $150. What other games were on? What was it? Houston and
Houston, last night.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Did you check out that game? I was in and out of that game. How do you feel about Caleb Williams?
I'm not a fan. I don't think he's good.
You
I
don't
don't
think
think that. No. I think that
Is this your personal opinion or just from what you've seen?
both.
This your professional
Both.
opinion?
Both. I don't necessarily have a professional opinion. It's a very unprofessional
Yes,
opinion.
no, don't
However,
do that. Don't
but,
disrespect the
but-
Kings like that. You got a professional opinion, baby.
But it is. I mean, I watch some of these plays and it's like I hate to say it, but I think, and I watched Bryce Young yesterday too, and it's like some of these guys that go. People tend to forget that some of these guys that go at the top of the draft don't pan out. It happens. These guys go at the top of the draft, and
That's
not
an
even
interesting
necessarily,
take.
not even necessarily 1, 2, 3, but even like middle. Look at, you know,
and it'd be like that dude you got in like the 4th or 5th round, and he winds up being the guy.
Hurts,
Yeah.
Wilson.
That's
There's so many of
crazy.
them. Purdy, Brady. How many of these guys that get
Tony
drafted?
Romo was undrafted.
That's
Tony
my
Romo
point.
was undrafted.
So I used to look at that like that was the anomaly, but maybe I'm wrong. Because these, like you said, these first couple of guys, well, at least quarterback-wise, the Jaden Daniels, he doesn't look like nothing. Drake May's not even playing.
He's not playing.
McCarthy got hurt. Who else?
Penix isn't playing.
Penix isn't playing.
So it's like you see 5 guys go in the top, 12, 13 picks?
The top guys, and
There's-
they're not even playing.
There's no way all 5 of those guys are going to be good.
That's
so it's like,
exactly. So exactly. And if they were good, you're telling me that you're not good enough to start?
Right.
I don't know. You might. Big Brian, I see how you moving out here, Dad. You just dropped a little sprinkle.
And then you also might be a top pick, get paid a lot of money, and be on the Jacksonville Jaguars
yeah.
and
Yo,
cannot move the
let me
ball.
ask you this: why do you have it out for this guy?
Because he
hate
killed
Lawrence?
me in fantasy last year.
Yeah.
He was my fantasy quarterback. He was horrible. But no, it's just
How much money is he
got
getting?
paid
First of all,
$55 million a year.
and what did he do yesterday?
He was garbage.
He was in the bathroom. He was in the bathroom all day yesterday. He
was in the bathroom.
Trevor Lawrence is straight boo-boo.
Well, that offense is even said it. Their offense is horrible. They can't move the ball.
That's what's crazy about the position in the league, too, is like I would take Trevor Lawrence over everything we got right now.
Really?
On the Pats over Brisket? Give me
You
Trevor
would?
Lawrence for a year or two till May's ready over Brisket. That's the thing is like these guys, so you have these guys that get paid, I mean, maybe not so much Daniel Jones, but they get paid and they're serviceable. They're above average.
Yeah.
And you really do need Mahomes, Allen. Who's won the Super Bowl the last 10 years?
Okay.
The days of like the Trent Dilfers. These guys aren't winning Super Bowls anymore. Trent
No.
Dilfer type quarter. You need
A
not
mobile
even
guy.
upper echelon. You need the top.
The top guy.
I mean, he had no touchdowns, no interceptions, 220 yards passing. That was it. 14 for 30. So he was
Well, he still
under
was up from
50%.
Under
last week.
50%.
But he still was up from last week. Speaking about up, Danny Dimes didn't look that bad this week, right?
Nope.
Bad.
He's
That,
up.
that was a whole thing, that game.
That
What'd
wide
you think
receiver
about
they
that?
got looked
You
good.
want to talk about that game?
Neighbors.
What was it? Malik. What?
Dropping the pass at the end, too.
True.
He was good, but
I was under the impression it was a field goal game.
it was.
Who scored a
21-18.
touchdown?
It looks like it. It looks like if you were following the score, when I was looking at the ticker when I was with
Yeah.
you, I was like, I looked like all field goals. But it was because the Giants didn't have a kicker. The Giants missed a 2-point conversion. They just couldn't kick. They didn't have a kicker for the extra points. So that's why the score looked like it did. The Giants are the first team to score 3 touchdowns, hold the team they're playing to field goals, and lose the game. Or the second team, something like that. Because I was asking at the end of the game, they had the ball. I think it was like at the 20-yard line, and there was a couple of minutes left in the game, and they opted to go for it on 4th down. And I was like, why the hell would you not kick the field goal?
Do they have a kicker?
Because they didn't have a kicker. I didn't know that at that point. And then so they go for it. Washington gets the ball, drives down the field, kicks the game-winning field goal. It made no sense then, but I guess the Graham Gano had a hamstring issue, the kicker, and
Yeah.
he had an issue, and they didn't bring up a kicker off the practice squad for him. So on the opening kickoff, he pulled the hamstring even more, and that was it.
I'm looking at some of these other scores. Tampa Bay beat Detroit. Was that 2016?
Yep.
Baker looks good.
Green Bay smacked up Indy without your boy Jordan Love.
Another
Deshaun
Malik.
Watson, how did he look in that game?
He wasn't great.
He redeemed himself, though.
No, he.
Let me talk. Let's
Why are
talk
you gonna say he redeemed himself?
a little bit. Minnesota beat up San Fran.
Deshaun Watson didn't have a touchdown either, and he had 186 yards. He had a worse day than Trevor Lawrence.
But he came out with the dub.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
defense.
But can I get on this Minnesota thing?
Sam Darnold.
Here's the thing with that. I didn't know that Minnesota's been getting the best of San Fran for a while now.
Have they?
Yeah.
They got San Fran's number.
They got their number. I'm like, yo, what's going on? And back to the McCaffrey thing. What's up with this cat? He's done. He's done. I
You
think
think he's done?
I
You
think
think he's done for the year
I think
or his
he's-
career?
I think he's done for the year. Question mark career.
What was he doing in the summer?
This is what I'm saying with these cats.
I heard.
I know he was down Ocean House. I
heard-
know that.
I heard
Let me
that
hear
he
something.
he fucked up his Achilles
Boom.
doing the electric slide at his wedding, or maybe it was the Macarena. I don't know which
Yeah.
Trusted source?
one. Yeah.
So here's the thing. When did this happen? Because did he play in any of the preseason games?
It's mysterious, right?
This is what I'm saying. When you usually see this kind of stuff, there's something going on that what? They're not telling you. They're not saying. He didn't play at all the first game. I don't even think he suited up. He didn't suit up. So he already knew. He knows. He knows the truth. And I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this dude. And the other thing is, too, as a fantasy owner, you're tight right now. Because he was the number
Everyone's
one.
first pick.
Everybody's first pick.
Because nobody knew he was hurt, right?
And he jammed you up. He jammed you up. And I'm going to say this again. He knows. Oh, like, everybody else might not know, but you know. You feel what I'm saying? So
Well, they knew he had an Achilles issue,
they knew.
and now there was something
They
else.
were saying okay, they knew about the Achilles. Then the next thing that I heard, it's the calf and Achilles. Come on, man. What's gonna be next? Calf, Achilles. Oh yeah, and his hamstring. Stop this.
It's odd the lack of transparency with the injury in the NFL. Typically, they're more. So it reminds me of hockey. It's like discreet.
Arizona went ballistic.
Yes.
They went ballistic. Marvin Harris Jr.
came
Welcome
out.
to the NFL, Daddy. Your boy had like 2 touchdowns, a buck something in the first quarter. Kyler Murray, I don't know. This might be a problem.
I've always been a sneaky fan of that guy for some
And
reason.
this might be a little problem.
And the
man.
Rams are in trouble now because I heard Cup got injured, and they already have Puka out. So, and they were supposedly a top 10 team going to be this year.
That's
So-
what I was kind of saying is like these teams, you think the Rams are going to be pretty, you think these 49ers go down this week, Dallas goes down. It's like, these teams that you think
The
Cincinnati
traditional
loses week 1 and then they give the Chiefs a run. It's like, what's going on? Who's the, there's a lot of parity in the league. It's
And the
who's
Chiefs
the
are
team? Who's the team?
just winning. Do we want to even talk about that game? Because there's controversy about the end of that game, too.
I don't think that the Chiefs are gonna do just enough. That's what they're gonna do. That's how they're gonna. That's to me. That's how I feel.
26-25, that was just enough.
Yeah. they're
Does it
gonna-
remind you of the Pats? With
That's-
them?
that's
When
what
it
I
comes down
said.
to the wire,
That's
it's like
what I said.
they're gonna just win,
That's
right?
what I said. They're gonna do just enough, right? And then when the playoffs come around, then they're gonna be like, y'all remember who we are, right? Don't get it messed up. You know who we are. We just snuck in
like
the back
Pats,
door.
Get a little help from the refs.
Stop. Don't do that. Don't do
No,
that. Don't do
that's
that.
the big controversy at the end of that game was the pass interference call that set him up
I don't know.
for the field goal.
And there was a hold on that play too.
You got the whole game, though.
That
Don't
was
leave
pass,
it up to the
that
refs.
was pass interference.
Okay.
He did get there early, and
Yeah.
people, I'm like,
I
what are you
agree.
not going to call that just because it's the end of the game?
You want to talk about this Pittsburgh-Denver game?
No,
That was a slow burn. But here's what
that's
I'm
every
gonna say.
That's every Pittsburgh game is a slow
And this-
burn.
I was listening to this guy. He made the perfect analogy that Pittsburgh is that team. They win ugly, but at the end of the day, a dub's a dub.
That was the dub.
A dub's
It's
a
just
dub.
not a game you want to watch unless you're a fan.
And I didn't watch it.
And I forgot to mention last week. I thought it was the funniest thing. Russell Wilson, because being Russell Wilson, he was inactive. He was on the sidelines in full uniform and pads. You can't play. You're inactive. Why do you
No,
get your?
he's the fourth guy. Third or fourth guy.
He was inactive,
No, I think he is the emergency guy.
but he was inactive. He can't play.
That decline's crazy.
So they didn't tell him?
No, it's just Russell Wilson being Russell. Let's go Wells, baby. it's-
Can you think of another quarterback who was that good at a time and stuck around and became that irrelevant?
You think he's irrelevant?
I think he's irrelevant.
Well, I didn't say that.
I think he's irrelevant.
Yo.
Now they're getting. What are they going to do? Are they go when he's ready? Are they going to go back to him? Because
No.
Fields is
No. I don't
think they're
dynamic
gonna go
compared to
back to
him.
No, they're not. They're not gonna. Tomlin ain't like that. Tomlin don't play those kind of like. He don't play games like that. But anyway, you want to take another break? Come back and do like
Picks?
3 or 4 games because they're about to open at the local.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back. Episode 54. Brian Urlacher in the booth. Come back, King.
We're back, baby. We gonna do picks because I don't know about your picks last week. Remember I went 15-1 first week?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think I'm 6-9 this week.
You're boo-boo in 9 this week.
Oh, it was horrible.
All
It
right.
was a nightmare.
Let me hear something.
All right, let's go. Eagles and the Saints. Now we don't know what the Eagles. We don't know what the Eagles are gonna do tonight.
I'm not really gonna know until after tonight about my squad, so I'm not even gonna.
You could still. It's Eagles. If they could be 2-0, and the Saints could be 2-0.
All right, here's what I'm gonna say, and I'm a realist. I love the Eagles, but they're not. I don't think they're gonna beat that Saints team. I'm keeping it a buck 50.
No, Norm would not be happy with you.
I'm being honest. I think this is one of the losses I picked them too when me and Norm did the picks. I don't think they're gonna beat that Saints team.
On the road, a tough place to
Nah,
play.
no way. Who you got, B?
Eagles Saints.
Yeah. Who you got?
I think the Eagles lose tonight and go in there.
Oh, I didn't think of it like that. Maybe.
I think the Eagles lose tonight. They go into New Orleans a little hungry, a little.
But if you ask me out of these two, if you're saying which ones they're gonna lose, they're not. They wouldn't. I don't think they would lose tonight. I think they're gonna.
But there's no
they're
A.J. Brown tonight either.
Yeah,
We still got receivers though.
yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Who
you
you
still
got-
got Saquon Barkley, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who you got?
I want the Saints to smack you worse than they did us. So.
Oh wow. Nah, that's not happening.
Yeah.
They're not gonna beat us like that.
44-19.
No
I
way.
don't think so.
No. But go ahead.
Texans and at the Vikings.
Ooh.
Ooh,
good
Sammy
matchup.
D.
Oh.
Sammy D is on the cut.
2-2-0 teams.
Sammy D.
I gotta go with Houston though. I feel like they're a more complete and consistent team. Not disrespecting Minnesota. I feel like Minnesota is like a smoke and mirrors 2-0, if that makes any sense. Whereas the Texans, that's a 2-0 team to me in my eyes, if
Yeah.
I had to guess. But what do you think? What you got, B?
I got the Vikings in that.
Really?
I got the Vikings in that. Yeah, I think the Texans looked a little suspect last night. I
Yeah.
think they looked a little suspect last night. I mean, Sam Donald's playing with a chip on his shoulder. I mean, I don't want to be that guy that's like, watch out for Sam Donald. But, I mean, he's playing with a chip on his shoulder. 49ers without McCaffrey is still a legit victory, I think.
Okay. What you got, B?
So,
I'm going Texans. Complete. They're a complete team.
Yeah.
I got to go with that.
D'Amico got them playing, boy.
All right.
ahead.
We got Chargers and the Steelers.
Oh. Steelers are 2-0?
2-0.
Chargers are what? 1-2? 1-1?
1-1.
1-1?
Oh, they 2-0. No,
I think they're 2-0.
They're 2-0.
they're 2-0.
That's why I picked the game. Otherwise,
But they beat Carolina yesterday, so they're
Yeah.
1-0.
1.5.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go with the Steelers because they bring you down to their kind of football, and then ultimately they wind up winning because you're playing their game, their
Right.
kind of football game, and they love it. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, you're gonna play how we play.
Yeah.
And I got Steelers.
They're at home, too.
Who you got?
I think the Chargers are in for a loss, too. I agree with you on the Steelers.
Who you got?
I can't believe I'm saying Steelers. Can't believe it.
Believe it, Ripley. Believe it. Go ahead.
All right, so after the Cowboys get their ass whooped by New Orleans, then now they got to have Baltimore Ravens come in. I'm not that impressed with the Ravens so far this season. It's not like they're clicking on all cylinders.
They're 0-2, right?
But that exactly. You just stole my thunder. Because they're 0-2, this is desperation time for them. At least that's how I feel. Even though Dallas got they're both like desperate.
Yeah.
But I think a loss, a no win it's worse than a loss. How you guys lost? I don't know if that makes any sense.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like Baltimore has no wins, and you're telling me they're gonna start off 0-3? I got Baltimore.
Yeah, I think they're both gonna have a chip on their shoulder. Obviously, that's gonna be an interesting game to see what happens. It's a huge swing, I think. But yeah, give me the Cowboys at home.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Give me the Cowboys at home.
Who you got?
That's a determinant factor for me.
Home.
They got to go. They got to after they get smacked up on opening day. They're gonna.
You guys are home again?
They're home again. Yeah, they got to redeem themselves.
But the home doesn't mean nothing for you guys, I feel. You let the Saints come in there and beat the dog. They dog walked you.
so
I don't.
it's still home. They're not gonna want to put up another after what they did in front of their crowd this time. Come on.
Okay. I hope. You better keep your fingers, guys.
That'll be interesting though, because like you said, both have a huge chip on their
yeah.
shoulder. Must win almost for both teams.
Well,
I don't know
more
about
for
must win, but
Baltimore.
more for Baltimore though, for sure.
But Cowboys have to come back after that last game.
Get Zimmer on the horn.
Lions and the Cardinals.
Ooh, this is
Another
a good game.
Sneaky good game
This is a good game.
in Arizona.
I'm rocking with Detroit. I'm rocking with Detroit. I'm just rocking with them. I know Baker smacked them up, right?
Yeah.
Who they play
Yeah.
this week? Yeah, Baker
Yeah.
smacked them up, but I'm going with Detroit this week.
I think Detroit has a bounce back too. I think the Cards come back down to earth probably. Yeah.
Yeah, Marvin Harrison, he ain't gonna he has a back-to-back like that? No.
Those new cornerbacks in Detroit are going to get tested by Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
But still, I got to go with Detroit.
Detroit, yes. The Motor City.
And the last game we'll do is Chiefs at the Falcons.
Chiefs. I don't even know why I thought about that. I think I didn't hear what you said. I'm like, are you sure? I got Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs too.
Because I was just going, I'm putting this game because I don't know what Atlanta could win against Philly, and it could be a better looking matchup.
I got Atlanta tonight.
You got Atlanta tonight? How
Son of a bitch, he let you on
It's
this
not because of you,
podcast.
Coop. It's not because of you.
You're out of here.
There's
He
nothing
let
to
you
do
on
with
this
you.
podcast. And he
Nothing to do with you.
Nah, you keep it real. What else you got?
It's actually Norm.
Yeah.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Yo,
That's all I got.
I appreciate you, B, for coming out.
Yeah, anytime, man.
Yo.
Anytime. It's nice seeing you
I'm
guys.
going to keep it a buck. Yeah, welcome anytime, brother.
All right,
Just
cool.
reach out. Let me know
Yeah.
when you're free.
I'm free on Mondays, man,
The thing
so.
is, Mondays, Tuesdays, like, it's trying to get in places, things of that nature.
right.
But
I might be able to help with that too. We'll talk about it.
what you got on deck today? Either one of you. What are you doing? Just chilling?
Nothing. Enjoying my day off. That's
I
it.
got to go to work later, you know.
Going to work. I want to give a shout out to my man, Coach Diaz. I was down at the St. Rayfield's Coventry game Friday night. Your offense looks crazy. I can't speak much about the defense. I left at like the halftime. They were beating the brakes off of Coventry. And your offense looks crazy. I just want to say thank you for the invite. And I'm definitely coming down to check out another game, Friday Night Lights. It was dope. It was a perfect night to watch some high school football. And like I said, I appreciate the invite. Like we said before, like, share, and subscribe. Episode 54. P, take us out, baby.
Yeah, I want to thank your boys at the local for having us in here.
Yes, the local.
What's the address?
It is 478 Waterman Avenue in East Providence, Rhode Island.
You know, these guys almost have a 5-star review on Yelp.
What do you mean almost? They do.
4.7.
It's nice.
So you rounded up to a 5.
We round up
It's
around
nice in
here.
there. It's 5. You give it 5.
5. Come through. They got 16 TVs. And I'm looking right at them. There's not a bad seat in the house. I came here yesterday for a brief moment. The place was bonkers for the game. It was nuts. I want to thank my man Sean for letting me in the building, and also my man J.O., John Oliver, for letting all of this happen. Like we said, until next time, peace.
Peace.